demonstrate how to capture possibilities. To many, he spent 4 years.
Everybody calm down.
I am so glad there wasn't any Marines this time. There will be the next session, though. You have to know that. But he actually worked at the Rapid Deploy Unit for 4 years in the Marines. And then when he got out of the Marines, he worked for 10 years for the Air Force Reserves. He's also works in corporate training. His experience gave him an opportunity to speak for organizations such as the Florida Association of Community Colleges. He's also done speaking for the U.S. Postal Service and specifically Valencia College, as well as many other institutions and organizations. He has a master's degree in workforce education and development. He has established a super leadership strategy designed to change one's personal leadership behaviors and development when it comes to leading others. In August of 2004, James competed for the title of World Champion of Public Speaking at the Toastmasters International Competition in Reno, Nevada. Out of 220,000 Toastmasters in 80 different countries worldwide, James was voted one of the top 3 best speakers in the world by winning 3rd place in this prestigious competition. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to James.
Thank you. I didn't write all that. I promise. I typed it. Now, Joel told me that HCC workers are positive people, but I have to see about this balloon. So when I make this gesture, I want you to say positive in a thunderstorm, positive manner. Let's practice.
Positive.
Come on.
Positive.
Oh, that's what I'm trying to hear.
Positive.
This is a
Positive.
Mirror. You're not negative, you're
Positive.
2 negatives equals a
Positive.
Negative times a positive equals a
Positive.
What? What do they teach here? That's okay. Forget the logics of logic and normality and mathematics. Because we're going to need that positive attitude to accept some of the things I'm going to throw at you today. Like she said, I am a thought strategist, so I'm a little outside the box. Okay? But I think this outside the box is what makes us different, what makes us grow, what makes us improve. What we're going to go today is the 5 super traits of effective leadership. Show of hands. Who here is in a leadership position that they obtained fraudulently and underhandedly? Yeah. Good. Because we're going to talk about those people. No, we're not going to talk about those people. What we're going to talk about are the 5 super traits and what we can do personally to improve ourselves as leaders. Good with that? Any questions? Let's get started. So what we're going to talk about today is define what's the problem. What's actually going on? What really is the problem? We're going to discuss the segregant and participant leaders as they pertain to leadership. What's the differences? We're going to identify the new workforce approach, being millennials are in the workforce and prevalent. We're going to learn the 5 super traits as they pertain to us individually, and we're going to go in depth to each one of them. Then we're going to apply those steps with the progressive path that I've also created. Then we're going to end up with a super wrap-up. Any questions with the agenda? So from this you can probably tell something is wrong. Houston, we have a problem. I've always wanted to say that. But you can see the big area of red. There's evidently a problem. And then you see the small yellow. So that there is evidently a problem. Okay. There's a story. I was working with a manager. And I was going to school at the time. And I needed some time off because I was going through my master's program. I needed some time off to study for my finals. And I asked my manager, can I have a day off so I can have some extra time to study? So what do you think that manager said? Whoever gets that right gets to see me.
No. I say yes.
Nope.
They said it depends.
Nope. Depends.
Why?
Is it a positive or negative message?
Say it again.
Is it a negative message or a positive?
Are you asking me, or are you saying that's what he said, or are you asking me?
No,
It's a negative answer. It's a negative answer.
Work is your priority.
Almost, but not, I don't wanna say that, that's not.
Work is your priority.
Ooh, that's really close.
Work is first.
No, it's just like hers.
But a little different.
What was that?
I was gonna say, is all your work caught up? Like, are you caught up with your workload?
Yeah, that's a good answer, but no.
No.
No other guesses? No other suggestions for free CD? No? He said, what do you wanna do? You wanna work or you wanna go to school? Yeah. So what do you think that did to my psyche? What do you think I did?
Wait.
Question yourself.
2 hours later, I stayed on a job, I walked off. Why do you think I walked off? School was more important. 93% of millennials said, the report done by Forbes said 93% of millennials left because they wanted to do career changes. I'm gonna read you what the report said. Said a full 93% of millennials said they had to leave their job to get a new role. One contributing factor may be that millennials do not feel comfortable approaching their managers when they desire progress or something new, for example, opportunities for their working responsibilities. Rather than resolve these issues with their managers, millennials may instead explore other job opportunities that offer these experiences. 93%. That only leaves 7% of your workforce. Are you willing to give up are you willing to give 93% of your workforce just for being an ineffective manager? So, the problem, the way that we can do that is to approach a new mindset. Now there's an old mindset of leading and a new mindset of leading. The old mindset is called the segregated mindset, and the new is the participative. The old mindset has a top-down communication. What is top-down communication? What's top-down? Yeah, that's just information coming from the top. Is there anything going back up? Is there peer to peer? Leader to leader? Just top-down. That's the old segregated leadership style. Has a rigid schedule. What is a rigid schedule? No flexibility at all. And is life too dynamic for inflexibility? Things happen, life change, situations every day. Rigid? Can't be. At your desk. What happens if you're not at your desk?
You're not doing your job.
You're not doing your job. There was a job I worked on where the manager actually came and timed how long you went to the bathroom.
Oh.
Actually timed how long you took off to go to the bathroom. What does that do to psyche? What does that do to morale? Can be rigid at your desk. How are most problems solved? Trial and error. You have to try things. Don't fail. It's just old. It's antiquated. It can't be. You can't be that way. Don't fail. And double talk. What is double talk from a leader? I know you're laughing. You need to say something. What is double talk from a leader?
They're saying one thing, but meaning something totally different.
It's meaning something totally different. And what about a reactive leader? What is being reactive?
There's no strategy. They're just always responding to problems. They don't try to forecast and.
Excellent. That's the old. It's all reactive. There's no planning, there's no proactivity. It's just when a problem arrives, they're all reactive. Everybody's running. So what happens if the manager or the leader is running and being reactive? What are the workers going to do? They're going to do the same thing. They're going to be reactive too. That's the old segregated style of leadership. Now there's a participative style of leadership I'm proposing today. It's where there's open communication. What does open communication look like?
Information, ideas.
Through who? And go down. Yep. There's a book called The Great Game of Business, and most of the warehouses are doing that now, where everyone knows all of the information from the company. They know what the company's doing, they know the company financials, they talk, they have frequent conversations up and down the ladder, peer to peer, leader to peer, they have frequent conversations. That's open communication. Would you follow a leader who had open communication? And a flexible schedule. What is a flexible schedule?
A blessing.
Yeah, it is a blessing. It is a blessing. I get to work from home. I get to work from home every Friday. It's awesome. Every Friday I get to work from home. My work still gets done, project activity still gets done, I still meet milestones, I still meet dates. It's still happening, but I get to work from home. What can I do when I'm working from home? I can work in my pajamas. I can do. There's flexibility there. There's flexibility there. But that's what millennials want now. Most millennials want flexibility. Not just the schedule, but flexibility across the board. And being mobile, the only place that I can do my work is in that office. No, I can do the work at other offices, in other buildings, downtown, whatever. I can do. Being mobile is what millennials are asking for. And fail often. I worked for this one company where there was a shift. We were making chemicals that goes in children's clothing, so that if there was a flame or a fire or something, the fire doesn't burn the kids. It burn the clothes off, but doesn't burn the kids. So we were making this chemical, and it took 36 hours to make this chemical. And at about the 12th hour or so, I started noticing between the 12th hour and the 18th hour, when we took our samples to the lab, the results were about the same. So I started observing that throughout my shifts. So then I told the people that was coming to relieve me to watch that also. And then for them to tell their other shift to watch that also. They found the same results. So I went to my manager and said, hey, look, we're noticing about 12 hours to 18 hours, the results are about the same. Why don't we view the process without running this 6-hour shift and then jump right to this 18-hour and see what happens with the result. We did that, and the chemical came out the same on the end. Now the company, that 36-hour process is a 30-hour process. So does it help if a manager is so rigid that they won't let someone think outside the box and fail sometimes? So what would happen if I would have failed? If the chemicals would have not come out the same? Say again? I would have put that product out. Sold that product.
You just would have lost a little time.
Yeah, you just go right back to the drawing board, go back, you already have a process that works, no problem. No problem. But now that 36 hours or 30 hours. And you know what I got from it? T-shirt and steak dinner. You know what the team got? T-shirt and steak dinner. And what about being honest? What do you want from the manager as far as honesty?
Be honest, tell the truth, tell them that they're right or they're wrong.
What does that look like? What is it?
It's transparency.
Mm-hmm. That's it right there. It's transparency. The only people who aren't transparent are dishonest people.
Right? You know I'm transparent.
Honesty, would you follow a leader who's honest, who's transparent, who mean what they say? Open communication, would you follow that leader? Is that a leader you want? So, and what about being proactive? What's a proactive?
That's planning.
Because that's not reactive, right?
Forecasting.
Forecasting. I'm going to read you this quote. Listen to it because I'm going to ask some questions about it. I am a proactive leader. I am active in anticipation of any future problems, needs, or changes. As a proactive leader, I am not reactive, merely waiting for a situation to occur and then react. I know what is going to happen and when. And when I don't know, I am prepared for what does happen. I get my team involved and they are active in day-to-day operations. Therefore, handle fires together and we are in control. I have done the math, I am proactive, I am super. What does that sound like? Is that a leader you can follow?
Oh, yeah.
Is that leader in control? Is the team in control? Who's in control? Who's in control? I think the leader is still in control, but the team is right there. We are in control. Therefore, handle fires together, day-to-day operations. I'm prepared for what happens when it does. Is that proactive? Is that a leader you can follow? Would you want to follow that leader?
Does he need what
Okay. At the end of that, you see the new mindset, the past mindset with the new mindset. The new mindset is participative. What do you think a participative leader looks like? Get involved. I'm gonna read this. See if this is a participative leader. I'm a participative leader. I am active in how I work with and through my team. As a participative leader, I don't simply use my authority to issue orders. I care about my team. My team comes first. I say what I mean what I say in all my interactions. I know what my team does, and I use the team's skills and talents to achieve results. If need be, I tender mentoring, coaching, guiding, and hands-on interaction with individuals or the team to achieve those results. I foster an autonomous team and am participating when I need to be. I am super. Is that a leader you can follow?
Yeah.
What did you hear about his team? Or about her team? The team comes first. Is that a leader you can follow?
Yes.
I tender mentoring and coaching. Is that a leader?
Yes.
What else is there? I said a couple more.
They use their skills and abilities.
Yes. To promote the team. It's the team. That participative? That's the new leadership that we're going for. Participative leadership. And that happens from us being super. And that is the acronym that I presented to you today for us to be super. For us to be super to be super leaders. So open your page up, open your booklet up to the second page, number 2, page 2, and there's a self-assessment on it. I want you to take a few minutes to do the self-assessment, only checking the first column. Only the first column, okay? And see if those things apply to you, put the check mark. If they don't apply to you, of course not. Don't put the check mark. Okay? Any questions? Anyone still working on it? Okay, that's good. What we're gonna do is use that later on, so you can just put that aside and go to the next page. Here's where we talk about the skills of the super leader. Super stands for selfless service, underlying motif, philosophy of proficiency, exemplary example, and relationships rule. That's the super acronym for the super leadership. We're going to go through each of those. What does selfless service look like?
Not thinking of self.
As far as your team
Considering
leadership. It's to serve everyone. It's a service. As leaders, we're servers. We serve everyone. What does it mean when I say everyone? Who does that encompass? Above and below. Your peers, above and below. You serve your customers. You serve everyone. That's what a selfless service looks like. Your team comes first. What happens when you say your team? What does that mean, your team comes first? Their needs comes first. Their welfare comes first. The success of the job for them comes first. Your team comes first. You're the leader, your team comes first. I'll tell you the situation I have. Marine Corps, I'm in Beirut, and we're pinned down. Me, I'm the team leader, we're pinned down. And we can't get to the gate where another Marine was up there by himself. Approaching that Marine was a mob of kids. And in the middle of that mob was a terrorist with a gun. Kids didn't have a gun, but a terrorist did. He was approaching that Marine. What do you think I did as a team leader? What do you think I did? I went and helped that team leader. I ran about a football field or so away. I ran, got to the gate, fired my weapon in the air, the kids dispersed, the terrorists dispersed. What do you think happened to me? I got in trouble. Someone said I got in trouble. I got in trouble. I got in trouble for firing my weapon. What do you think my commander said to me? Along that line. What else? Any other guesses?
Right there.
Along that line. Any other? No. He said, don't worry about that. I'm gonna give you back that rank in 6 months anyway. Because what I did is save the team. What I did saved the team, saved that person, the team, and no one even got hurt on the outside. No terrorists got hurt, no kids got hurt, no one got hurt. Because my team comes first. My team comes first. Your success lies in their success. When the team succeeds, who reaps the benefits? Everyone. If I didn't succeed, what happens? The team doesn't succeed. The company doesn't succeed. You're already in a position of leadership when you're in a leader and you have a team. You're already in a position. Your team then becomes your priority. Of course, you meet the business needs and all that, but your team comes first. You meet the needs of your team. The team succeeds, everyone succeeds. What does it mean by being participated and empowered? We don't participate with it. Are they the same? Empowerment and participation, are they the same? No. They're not the same.
They're connected though.
Yeah, they're connected. What does it mean to empower a team? Yeah, give them the tools they need, allow them to be successful. As a leader, would you follow a leader that lets you do that? Give you the tools and allow you to succeed and be successful? Yes. You follow that kind of leader. That's selfless service. The next one is underlying motif. What does underlying motif mean? What does that mean to have an underlying motif? It means what drives you. Me, what drives me is I like to do things right. Not do the right thing, I like to do things right. Is there a difference?
Yes.
What's the difference?
Right is subjective.
Execution. Yeah. Versus what's doing right. There was a manager who I was consulting for a company. And there was a partner, there was an employee on the team that needed to go home for something happened in his family. And I was approaching the manager about this. I said, so what happens if this partner wants to go there and he has no time, no vacation left, no sick days, whatever he does? What happens if he needs to go home? What do you think that manager said?
It'll be done.
Okay. Those are along the same lines he said. So what do you think he said? Any other guesses? Okay, along those lines. No others? That's exactly what he said. He said he's out of luck. He's out of luck. So I went on explaining and suggested him ways that they could use that, or ways that they could have in a company that have that partner go and be with his family for whatever he needs to be and still keep that partner. Because what would you think if he wouldn't have let that employee leave, but he stayed on the job? What would you think he would think about his leadership? They don't care. They don't care about me. They don't care. So what would you think conversely if you let him go and we'll work out something when you get back? How would that person's morale be?
You come back ready to work hard because
He's been shown he's caring. And my underlying motif is I'm going to always do a good job. That's mine. I'm going to always deliver good results. That's within me, my underlying motif. Right? So if my name is on it, it's gonna be good. That's my underlying motif. So what if my underlying motif was to make all the money I can? What if that were my underlying motif? How would I lead it? What if my underlying motif was all I want to do is have friends at work? How would I lead? Really? I mean, what would these leaders look like? Yeah. What's inside you will come out. It will come out and it will show. And it will show. So as leaders, what's inside us has to be our underlying motif. Mine, I already told you mine, it looks right. And challenge the status quo. What does challenging the status quo mean?
doing things different. Finding new ways to,
Don't always follow what we did in the past, but try to figure out new ways to do the same thing, but in a better way.
Excellent. Was that job I worked on with the chemical company, was that challenging the status quo?
Yeah.
Yes. What if I had not challenged the status quo?
So we just keep doing things the same, doing something.
My football coach used to say that nothing stays the same. It gets better or it gets worse. Is that true? Over the years, I've added some things to it. But I've added, nothing stays the same. It gets better or it gets worse. Metals corrode, elements break down, food spoils, relationships fail, bodies weaken, and empires fall. But who ultimately is it up to? Still up to me. It's still up to me to challenge the status quo, to always improve, to try to do what's right. My underlying motif. Any questions on underlying motif? I'm not going to ask you any of yours. Does someone want to tell me they have an underlying motif? Yeah? What's yours?
Hopefully changing the status quo.
Mine's to improve lives.
Improve lives. So That's a good one, Joellen. For her underlying motive, I'm gonna go back here, to improve lives. So how does her leadership look like if she wants to, if her underlying motive is improve lives? How would what does her leadership look like? What would her leadership look like? Bam! Because what your underlying motive, that's how you, that's the belief, that's how you're gonna live, that's your. And the philosophy of proficiency. What does philosophy? You all know what philosophy means, right? It's a deep understanding of something. It's a behavior or a deep understanding of knowledge of it. So, of course, then of proficiency. So, what's proficiency? Yeah, to do it better and better and always improve, being proficient in it. So, the philosophy of proficiency means knowing what your leadership strategy is, and then your team knowing it, but you know it too. And you know that. And the team knows your strategy. The team knows why you're doing things. The team knows where you're working toward. The team knows that you have their best interests at heart. The team knows because your strategy is your philosophy of proficiency. So I'm always going to learn my craft. Have you worked for a manager before that didn't know their craft? Was that frustrating? Was it hard to work for them? Yeah, because they don't know their craft. For as a super leader, you have to know your craft. Know your craft. You don't have to know all the answers because things change. You don't know everything. No one knows everything. Okay, but you learn your craft, and you learn and be agile. What is agile? It's the word of the day now. Everyone's agile. What does agile mean? Flexible, quickly, getting it out there nice first. Adapting. That's being agile. That's the word of the day now across corporate America. Everyone is going to be agile. So is the example I gave to you about me working in the factory with Kimball, is that agile? How is that agile?
They weren't resistant to you proposing something new and seeing if it worked.
And then going with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Being agile. And effective leaders learn their team. What does learning your team look like? What is that when I'm saying learn your team?
Yeah, that's huge.
People have many different personalities and strengths and weaknesses and things that drive them.
Right. That's it. You learn your team. Because if I know your strengths, I know your weaknesses, and a project comes up, I know who to put on the project, who will flourish, who will drive it, who will fail at it, who will, because I know my team. I talk to my team, I talk to them, they talk to me, we communicate, learn your team. So does that mean just your A players? It means everyone, your C players too. You learn your team. So why would learning your C players be so prevalent?
Because that allows you to develop them.
Boom! This is all about your team. Learning your C players know, okay, now I know this person needs extra help and development in this area. I can put them on this project with this person to increase that area. What? Learn your team. All right. Any questions on philosophy of proficiency? Any questions? Okay, how about exemplary example? What is an exemplary example as a leader? What does that look like to you? I like that.
What did she say?
Following what you're saying.
Someone who goes above and beyond the call of duty. Teaches and mentors along the way.
Don't expect something from your team members to make, you would be looking for yourself.
There it is. That's what I'm looking for right there. Because examples are all about how you perceive me. Well, however you perceive me, I am the example. If you perceive me bad, I'm the bad example. If you see me good, I'm the good example. It's how you perceive me. And that's based on my actions and my what? my conversation, my talk. That's based on communication. Exemplary example is all about communication. Your body language or your communication is talk the talk. So what does talk the talk mean? Have you ever heard this? Do as I say, not
Yes, I do.
have you heard that?
Yes.
Is that exemplary? No. Is that talking the talk? No. So what does talk the talk mean? I say it and I mean it. There's no double talk. I stand behind it. Very good. So what does walk the walk mean? It's all about communication. It's still communication. What does walk? Yes. How am I actually? Yeah. Whatever I say, that's walk the talk. Whatever I say, I'm doing it. If I say you do it, I'm doing it. If I want you to do it, I'm doing it. Or I want you to do it. If I'm going to be an exemplary example, I'm saying it, I mean it, I'm doing it. When you see me, I'm doing it. I'm the same way no matter where you see me. I'm James. If you see me here, if you see me at HB, if you see me at a game, this is me. This is me. Walk the walk, talk the talk, and walk the talk. So, I need a volunteer. Need a volunteer. Someone. Really? Are you kidding me? Okay, how about this? I'll give you a volunteer. Okay.
Love this.
I'm gonna put here, but I still need you to come up here.
We
Yes.
never would have known about it.
You got me.
Okay. I'm representing the leader, okay? Bonnie's representing the employee underneath, okay? So I want you to hold this. Stretch it out. Stretch it out. Okay. Inside here are the team and all the communication that we have, because I'm the leader, right? So whatever I say, gonna go through the team and to Bonnie, right? So if I'm not walking the talk, stay there. Whatever I say, it's not gonna move. Why? Whatever I say, she's not gonna follow. Why she's not following me? Why she's not following me? Huh? Not in this. In the example of me being a leader, why she's not following me? Because I'm not talking the talk. I'm not walking the walk. I'm double talking, I'm not being communicative. All of these attributes right there are in here. All of these are in here. Effective leadership skills, my clear vision, the team's clear vision on what they're supposed to do. Am I effectively communicating with them? All the rules and the culture that we have, the accountability, all of that is between here. So when I don't talk and walk it like I'm supposed to talk and walk it, what's gonna happen? Bam, that's what I'm talking about. Tension is going to build and something's going to pop and someone's going to get hurt. Because of why? Why? Because of the leadership. The leader is not walking and walking, talking. Conversely, if I'm walking it and talking it, and I'm walking it and talking it, if I'm walking it and talking it, what happens then? There's no tension. Why not? I'm doing it and she's following me because whatever I'm putting out there, she's receiving it. If I'm putting it out there bad, she's receiving it bad. Tension builds. If I put it out there good, she's receiving it good, no tension. It's all about communication. Is it just me and Bonnie? Is it just me talking about it?
No.
What is it? Bonnie talking to me? Is it just me talking to? And then I'm talking, okay? I said, no, that's it. For some reason, she's having a concern, a problem, an issue, or whatever. Now it's on my responsibility as a leader to find out why she's pushing back, why she's walking backward. What's going on, Bonnie? Blah, blah, blah. The communication, it's got to be two-way. It's gotta be open, it's gotta be two-way. Is it just between me and my team? We already know this. Is it just between me and my team? Who's it between? Everyone. Communication has to be there. Upper leadership, below us, with us. I've heard of a pastor doing this. I've heard of a pastor that dropped a gum in his church. Not gum, but a wrapper, gum wrapper, in his church. And watched the people that work for him to see what they're gonna do. What is he watching for them to do? Or walk past. Why is he doing that? Yeah, he wants to see the kind of people he has. He wants to see what kind of people he has. You know, so if I'm seeing Bonnie's not reacting, now I know. Okay, Bonnie, what's going on? The communication has to be there. I have to know my team. The only way you can know a team is what? You gotta talk. There's gotta be communication. Has to be. There has. No way around it.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So what if, this is just kind of better one. What if you're a leader of a team and you have a member of the team that doesn't talk back?
As a leader, that's good. Okay, thank you. Thanks. You got a CD waiting on you right there.
All right.
That's a great question. As a leader, what are you going to have to do? You're the leader, so what are you going to have to do? Are you just going to push it to the side? No. What are you going to have to do? You're going to have to get in there. You're going to have to figure it out. You're going to have to get in there and get your hands wet. You have to get in there and find out what's wrong. Remember, I just gave you the example of when I didn't give you that example, did I? You have to get in there and get your hands wet. Ken Blanchard, that's what I was trying to get his name. Ken Blanchard. I heard a story about Ken Blanchard. He said that there were a woman, he consulted with a company, and there was a woman who was an A player. She was an A player, doing very well, one of their best workers. They started noticing her progress and her process, and everything starts changing and going down. She started becoming a C player. So they didn't know what to do. They were on the verge of firing her. Ken Blanchard went in there, and he was consulting with the company, and so he went to observe her. He observed her. She was going to lunch by herself and this and that. Anyway, he approached her at one of her lunch periods, and sat beside her and just asked, "Hey, what's going on?" Not as a leader, like, what's going on? I'm trying to find out what you're doing at work, why you're making all these mistakes. But, you know, how's your life? How's your life? What's your life like? So they start talking, and she opens up to him. Comes to find out that she got divorced, and the mother-in-law came to live with her. And now she's starting to have financial problems. And so it's weighing heavy on her. So it's weighing heavy on her, so it translates to her production at work, right? So the only way that you can know that is what? You gotta talk. You gotta talk. He's gotta get in there and dig in. So he went back and made and told suggestion, you don't need to fire her, you know, she's going through this. Do you have a program to help her out? Blah, blah, blah. All of that. Then of course, production comes right back up. She's an A. The only way you can know is you gotta get in there and talk. That's the only way you know. Any more questions on that? On the communication part? None? So we're gonna go with relationships rule. This one actually should be the first one, but because of the acronym, I can't put it first. But relationships rule. And why do I say relationships rule?
You don't have a relationship, you don't have a good team.
You don't have a good team. Build relationships with everyone. Does that mean my C players? Yeah. Yes, that means my C players as well. Does that mean my upper echelon leadership? Yes. Does it mean people below me? Yes. Everyone. I've heard of companies that even talk about their janitorial workers knowing what the company's doing. Build relationships with everyone. So what does that look like if you build relationships with them? What does that look like? How does that help you as a leader?
Buy-in, you have a regulatory issue, you have people that are there.
You have buy-in, you have accountability, you have ownership, you have less stress, you have proactiveness, you have people that want to work with you, you have people who want to work for you. When you as an effective leader, how would you show that you care? As a super effective leader, how would you show that you care about something? Yeah. That's good. The communication about one-to-one personal, really asking this to the one how they are. Backing them up. That's excellent. What else? Does that manager, when I give you an example about me working at chemical company, is that a manager showing that they care? Building a relationship? Building a relationship. When I was a reservist, as a reservist, we come in, we get paid 4 times during the weekend. We have 4 periods. Saturday morning, Sunday afternoon. Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, Sunday morning, and Sunday afternoon. That's 4 pay periods we come in and get paid for an afternoon. And if you don't come in one of those pay periods, you don't get paid. That's just as simple as that. When I became first sergeant, I came across an incident where a reservist brought his wife and his kid. And someone broke into their car and stole all this stuff, and he was just distraught. Came in for a roll call in the morning, told me, first sergeant, this thing happened to me. Someone broke into my car, blah, 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 all of this. So as first sergeant, I gave him my keys to my car, told him, go handle it. Go handle it. It took that day and a little bit the next day for him to get everything straight, right? So at the end of the 4th period, or Sunday, when everybody's getting ready to go home, he missed like 3 pay periods. So I told my manager, at that time, my commander, that I signed off on him being paid for 4 pay periods. She signed off on it, he went on a merry way. Every time after that, what do you think he said to me? Thank you, First Sergeant. You think he went out of his way for me? Why? I showed him my care. I showed him my care. Now, what if I would have signed up for those pay periods and my commander said, James, you can't do that? What would happen then? As a leader, as a first sergeant, what would happen to me then?
He still would have thought that you cared because you tried.
My team still knows I care. Now, I would have to probably entice my commander, ma'am, because she's ma'am. She actually is the best leader I've ever worked under. Ma'am, that happened, this happened, what about this? What do you get? I come up with some solutions because I'm the leader. I'm supposed to be out of the box thinking. I'm the leader, right? But luckily for me, she's a great commander. Sign off of her, send them this way. Everything after that, every time I've seen after that, First Sergeant, thank you. First Sergeant, what you want me to do? You want me to go ahead? And I show that I care. Involve everyone in the big picture. Remember I was telling you about even the janitorial services in that company. Knew what was going on with the company. And so what would a janitorial servant be or laborer be more apt to do if he knew what the big picture was? Say the what? What?
Take the trash bag and that's empty the trash.
Yeah, he will go above and beyond in his field.
I think it'll help him understand how his role impacts the entire company. Like everybody has a role. Like you're creating an environment where these other people can show up and work up. It helps them think beyond what they feel like maybe a meager job.
Excellent. I couldn't have said it here. Everything she said. Okay. This is a good one. I like this one. In a relationship, what are the percentages? I know you've heard it before. What are the percentages in a relationship? 60-40. 60-40.
Say some 80-20.
70-30.
80-20 is how you select them.
80-20.
Who got the 80?
There it is right there.
That's why you married.
There it is right there. There it is right there. Relationships are not 50-50. Relationships are nothing more. Let me pass out. Effective relationships
There you go.
are not 50-50. Effective relationships are 100-100. I give 100, you give 100. What happens if I give 100? What happens to the employee if I give 100? They'll be more apt to give 100. They'll be more apt to. What if I expect 100 from you and I give 30? Am I going to get 100 work? No. Right, it's got to be 100-100. I give 100, I expect 100. You expect 100, I give you 100. 100-100. So when you leave out here today, no more 50-50. I don't care how many songs are written about it. 100-100. If you want 100. I want 100. So I'm going to give 100, so I want 100. So now let's go on to the super transformation. On page 4 in your work, in your handout. I want you to write down just one of the super traits that you think about, and write down one of the super traits that you would like to improve on as a leader. Just one of them. Think about it now. Just don't write something willy-nilly. Think about one of the super traits that you would want to work on or improve on as a leader. Is everyone done? Yeah? Is everyone done? Okay. Now, take the next 5 minutes, pair up with someone, and then tell them why you chose that. What you can improve on, how you can improve on.
Close each Yes, agile. Oh, these Jerry words. Oh my God. I've been studying. Okay. A lot of times I get a lot of
requests don't give me a lot of time to outsource things, so I want to outsource more according to people's strengths. Like I'm seeing that now that Armando had the foresight to hire me a work study.
That actually has skills.
He actually is a good graphic designer. She's good.
Work study summer, job fair. Come full circle.
Yeah, I was resistant to outsourcing. I'm like, let me test it.
Are you sure about that?
I'm like, I don't know.
I think philosophy of proficiency. I think learning your craft is important. With my English, there's so much to learn that I can come to admit that I don't know. And so I'm hoping that over the next few years, be here a while, I'm able to, find it, constant growth and improvement, and just become more efficient in what I'm doing here.
I chose the exemplary just, continue to be positive.
You're positive, highly
Kind of pass it on to other people and just understand other people, try to put myself in their situation. Communicating experience. Yes. Just trying to rub some of y'all.
Yeah, you should just walk around because that's how you are.
I didn't even choose anything from there, but yeah, proficiency is always good. Lifelong learner.
Yeah, I want to become a resource at some point. Like, I want people to associate. You have to be very proficient in your own stuff. Look at you and
Be more comfortable with talking. I got kind of relevant and not like the music. I don't sing that way. Yeah, from the folks.
Okay, everyone's good? Everyone's good? We're gonna move on to the next thing. Everyone's good? Okay, all right, return back to your seats, please.
okay, bye.
See ya. Slide on back down.
Before Jay moves on, there's something I want to say in terms of leadership, because what I don't want people to think is, why am I here? I'm not a leader. And I think one of the things that organizations fail on, and it happens all over, and I've seen it here even at HCC, is that when I go to trainings, management trainings, leadership trainings, really all I ever see is other people that are already in leadership roles. And leadership roles meaning there's someone that reports to them. Just because you don't have someone reporting directly to you doesn't mean you're not a leader. Okay, leaders are held in all different forms. Leadership can be the fact that you're guiding a group of people to plan an event, or you are working with a group of people to complete a project. That's leadership. Okay, so leadership holds all different forms. It could be in your own home. It could be in a church organization. It could be anywhere. So I think leadership training, leadership traits should be taught to everybody. And then when you are ready for a role, if you're not already in one, if you're ready for a role where you are managing or responsible for a team of people, that you've already gained a lot of those skills just in everyday life and the things that you're doing. So I think this kind of training, and I appreciate James for being willing to give up a day, a vacation day, to come here and do this with us, is, to talk about how leadership is in all of us and the work that we do and the lives that we live. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Joellen. And I know you guys have heard of being an informal leader, right? Have you heard of informal leaders? They don't have a leadership role, but they can entice a team. They can guide a team, the informal leadership. Would it help if an informal leader had these leadership skills?
Tremendously.
Yes, so it doesn't have to just be a manager or a leader in a role. We all can be and benefit you as the leadership traits. So, all right. Now we're gonna switch gears from the super leadership skills until how can we improve on that. And I developed this process called Think, Feel, Do. This progression path. In 1999, everybody remember Y2K?
Yep.
You ever remember Y2K?
Mhm.
Bill Gates finally earned his paycheck, didn't he?
Yeah.
That's it. But he saved me, he helped me. He gave me a gift. Yeah, he gave me a gift. I developed this after Y2K because I thought Y2K was it. You know, so I stocked all my water and had my daughter and I, we were hunkered down and I had all my money. I think I had like $6, but we were there. Y2K, ready for Y2K. And then nothing happened. Yeah. But after that, I took it as a way, I'm like, that's a sign, James. From that point on, you need to progress and do some things to improve your life, improve your daughter's life, improve life as you know it. That's when I came up with Think, Feel, Do. Okay? It's a progressive path to any kind of development. I'm using it today for leadership. You're going to use it today for your super trait. Okay. Before we get started, everyone know this? Everyone seen this before? Look on page 5, I think it is? Yeah. Page 5 in your handout. Have you seen this before? Yeah? Okay, I want you to solve it. Without taking your pen or pencil off the paper. Without taking your pen or pencil off the paper. And with only 4 straight connecting lines, connect all the dots. You got 5 minutes when you go.
No, it's the 4 lines that's getting me. Like I can figure out how to not lift the pen.
Well, which, okay, I'm just gonna go this way.
That's fine if you help each other. That's cool.
Girl, struggling.
I
Give me an extra line. I need a lifeline.
Those are lines.
It's not happening. I think I just, I guess, no. I gotta get it. Okay. I want to draw a circle.
I feel like I see this too.
You guys are awesome. You're hilarious.
You got 4 lines?
No, almost 5.
Yeah.
But I think I have creative freedom because this is called creative thinking.
Straight lines, though. Straight lines.
So she added the lifeline then.
I added it. It went right through the middle too. What you say?
I'll just start to move.
Those tricky
They're too
dots.
long, yeah.
You say what?
They're too long.
Yeah, I haven't seen this. I know we used to try to draw the what is that, the square with the X without trying to put it. I've done that before.
But not this.
Yeah.
I can't get 4 lines, 4 straight lines.
Does everyone give up?
No, wait.
So like, where does the line stop? Like, cause like right here, it's a straight line, but it's like 90-degree angle curves.
But it's still that's cheating.
Still going right here. I think counting the lines is subjective. I think there's some wrong in there.
No, wait, hold on. It's like some practice on it.
All right, I'm getting ready to give a solution.
Please.
I feel like you should have had like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire music like while they wait for the answer.
All right, here we go. Here's a solution. Here's a solution.
At 1, 2, 3. Oh man, I'm trying to think inside the box and stuff. That's what the problem was. It was creative. I was trying to close the box.
I'll do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I was, see, I was thinking mine.
I'm trying to connect the box instead of the dots, and that was the problem.
I didn't say anything about a box.
Yeah.
There's nothing out there that says anything about a box.
Now, too, there's a reason that I chose this exercise for the next step we're getting ready to go into. Because no problem ever presented has a solution without knowing something, a little bit of something from that problem first. Meaning, the first time when I said this, I asked you, has anyone seen this before? Right? Some people, yeah, I've seen it, yeah, blah, blah. Subconsciously, without you even knowing it, your mind went to say, where have I seen this before? Right?
Yeah.
Your mind went to solve it. Your mind went to solve that problem. Where have I seen this before? You know, and immediately went to work to try to see where you seem to connect the dots, or the other one that you just
The box where you did the X again.
Because it goes back to where have I seen something like this or similar or this before, right? Because it's your mind automatically is going to go where do I know a little bit about this to solve this bigger problem? Your mind automatically is going to do that, right? So in Think, Feel, Do, it's the same way. To improve on your super trait, you got to know a little bit of something. Where are you going to go to solve that problem? To improve upon that super trait. The first one is thinking. The first one is thinking. There's a reason why we go think first. Why don't we go emotions first or acting first?
Because now you're thinking you're in your feelings like Drake. You gotta think first. We gonna do it.
What does feelings do?
Get clouded their judgment.
They're all over the place. They're up and down. They're roller coastering.
Yeah.
But if you think first and have a plan first and you visualize the end first, you'll be less apt to go off the rails because you have a direction in hand. So, what information do we already know to implement the change behavior? Can I get a volunteer who wants to expose their super trait that they want to work on? Awesome. Come on. Yep.
Put your hand up strong too. Now she like, I gotta go to the front.
This is yours for volunteering. This is yours for volunteering. Okay.
Really? Y'all got trained. Really, James? You got to be
Okay. So, what was your super trait? You're gonna have to write too, because I have chicken scratch for real. So, what was your super trait that you want to improve on? Okay, excellent. Relationships rule is the super trait she wants to improve on. Does she know anything about relationships?
Certainly.
Yes. And based on what I told you today, what has she learned? Bam. So to improve on her relationship, she already knows that she has to change from what?
Within.
Okay, change from within. Say again.
From my 80/20.
From an 80/20. Okay. That's the first one. That's the first one. You're right. Yeah. So these are the little things because your mind's, you already know some things to solve the problem. You don't know all the things. The creative thinking, remember I was saying, they went outside the box, the lines went outside the box to connect all the dots, right? Didn't stay inside the box, it went outside the box. So, but the little things that you do already know, you have to build on. So she knows now, no more 80/20, right? So that's one thing she's got to build on to improve on her relationships. What else?
Oh, that was as far as I got it.
Okay, can anyone offer some suggestions? Communicate. So you have to improve relationships, improve on your communication. Do you want? I thought you were good.
Yeah, like expand who you have relationships with, like you at every level of the organization.
Yeah, expand your network. Yeah. Okay, we'll stop with the next one. We'll stop with the next one. Okay. And what was your name again? Whitney. Whitney. Thank you, Whitney. Everybody think Whitney? Okay, so the first step in think is write down the little things that you do know about that super trait. Everyone knows a little something. They might not know everything that makes you super trait, but you know a little something. She knows she wants to chick is no more 80/20. 100. She knows she has to do that. So then she starts building on that, and her vision, her path becomes greater, right? And if she improves on this, it's probably enough. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Improve on 80/20 to 100. It's probably really good for her team, or her relationship, or her kids, or whatever she's trying to improve on, right? You agree or no? You don't think that would be an improvement? If she went from 80/20 to 100? Yeah, that would be an improvement. These other things even build it even further, right? You're going to do the same thing with your super trait. Whatever your super trait is, you're going to do the same thing. Start on the little thing that you do know about it, and start to improve it. Okay? That's it. Feel is when you put the emotions in. Feel all the emotions. So tell me some emotions that would go with relationship rule, the building relationship rule. Tell me some emotions. Come on, we've all been in relationships.
So I'm all in social media. There was this meme recently that said they wanted a wife that'll cook for them even when they still mad.
Yeah. Is that not emotional?
Yeah, so like even you beyond the emotions and beyond like even in that moment, you like, no, you can starve. Like, but you gotta be that way with your kids. You're not gonna let your kids starve because you mad at them.
Yeah. My kids there to be, but I'm saying sometimes,
But he can cook it himself.
Yo, I was just presenting a meme that was emotionally driven. But in all relational contexts, even from a manager perspective, if you're mad at a particular employee or something like that, like how are you gonna let those emotions drive?
The emotions can't drive it. No, you're exactly right. The emotions can't drive it. Mm-hmm. Even take it out of the context of a relationship outside of work. Inside of work, the emotions still can't drive it.
Right.
Still got to be to think first with a strategy and a path and a building and a vision. It still has to be that way for you. Then you put the emotions on. Once you have that set, then you put the emotions on. What benefit, this has helped you put the emotions on. What benefit will this change have in your life, in your team's life? Now you're saying, I want to change it from an 80-20 to 100-100. Now you say, how is that going to make me feel? Now what benefit, and what's that going to benefit if I change from 80-20 to 100-100? How is that going to benefit? Oh my God, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. The team's going to be better. My team's going to fly. When I was going for the World Championship of Public Speaking, I saw my path. I knew I wanted to be on the stage. Once I set my path and I set what I was going to do, now I want to put my emotions on it. And I'm sitting there, and I'm closing my eyes, and I already see me on the stage. 3 months out, I already saw me on the stage. I saw what clothes I was going to wear, my shoes. I knew the speech I was going to give. I knew when I looked over this crowd what they were going to do. I knew when I said this line what they were going to do. I knew if I stopped and paused and looked what they were going to do. Now my emotions are in it because I'm smiling. I'm smiling because I already set that path. I already know the path. Now I put my emotions on it. And what does that put my emotions on it does at that point? It makes it real, solidifies. It gives me more strength. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going for this. It makes you feel. Now you put the emotions on it. What if I would put the emotions on it first, before I even knew what I was doing? I've been all over the place. I got mad. Sometimes I didn't want to go because I didn't want to go at night. I didn't want to practice. I didn't want to because the emotions on it. But if you put the vision on it first, and you put that path on it first, and then you connect the emotions to that, it solidifies that. It solidifies it there and here. Remember, I'm saying Think, Feel, Do was a gift, right? That started me on that path that Bill Gates. Bill Gates didn't even know he gave me that gift. But I'm going to give you a gift. So everyone, look under your chair. Look under your chair.
You get part, you get part, you get part.
There's nothing there, right? All right. Because the gift is here. Because the gift is here. And where was the emotion when you looked under the chair?
It was
The eager anticipation of nothingness.
Right. There was no path to that. There was no vision to that. There was nothing to that. But if you put that super trait out there, you have that path, and then you put the emotions on it, then you have a way to go. Do you feel this? You have to feel it. Do you really want to work on that? You want to work on that 80-20? Do you really feel it? Do you see what 100-100 looks like? Can you see it? Can you feel it? What a 100-100 relationship feels like? What it looks like? Can you internalize it? Can you make it? Can you value it? Make it better? Can you do that? So, the super trait that you do have, everyone has a super trait. 1 second. Now see that? That's that 100-100 right there. You see it? See that balance of 100? That's that super trait. Now you feel that super trait. Feel it, what it looks like. Feel it. Can you feel it? What it looks like? Can you visualize it? What it looks like for the improvement? Can you see you doing better? Everybody stand up. Everybody stand up. Can you feel what the super trait looks like? Now I want everybody who feel it, come and give me a high five as you go back to your seat. Everybody come give me a high five if you feel that super trait in your presence.
Hey James, tap it out.
That's right. have to feel the success of it. You have to feel the emotion of it. What the team looks like. You have to feel it. You have to feel it. Can you feel it?
Yes.
Not the songs, but what that does is, as I said before, it solidifies what you really want to do, because we are emotional creatures. You can't leave emotions out, but it has to be put in at the right time. And it doesn't come first. It comes after you set a path, and then you put some emotion to it, and make you feel it. I'm feeling what my success of my team looks like. I feel what it looks like to have a 100-100 relationship. I feel what it looks like to have communication between me and my manager. I feel it, right? So what's left to do then? After you set the path, you feel it, what's left to do?
Do it.
You got to do it.
You got another song?
I know, right? Yo,
I got a song for it.
no, James, no, honestly, when he was doing Walking Like and Talking, I was just like, he got the song for it. He got the legal song for it. I wanted you to play it, James.
That's the perfect.
Sorry for that. For Walking Like and Talking?
Yes.
You never heard it?
There you go.
Walking Like I'm Talking. Hey, yeah, you gotta look it up.
Afterwards, I would like to hear it.
Right.
Yes.
I was with it.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It goes.
Next thing is to do it. Work.
Yeah, that is a song. That is it.
You gotta work. You have to apply constant tenacity.
I like that.
You have to act. And how often?
Every day.
You have to do it daily. Are there any track stars in here? Track.
Your time out.
Okay.
Oh my
I
God.
can't believe you by herself.
Okay, I say track stars as in track. When you're getting ready to start, when you're run a race, it says on your mark. What does that mean?
You're ready.
On your mark. Get set. What does get set mean?
Can't say you're in position.
Get ready.
Like runners take their position.
Yep, runners take your position. Get set.
That's when they use.
Yes. Get set means you're ready. I'm ready to roll. My foot is all ready. I am ready to go. I'm ready to act. I am ready. So whatever that looks like to you, that's your act. When I go into a company, a new company, I set up my cube or whatever, and it's looked like a motivational calendar or a picture or something, because I'm ready. I'm set. So whenever the first project comes, bam, I'm on and I'm running. I'm not getting set. I'm not waiting, and then you give it to me, then I'm getting ready to set. I am set. I'm ready. All right? And it has to be done daily. And why do I say practice daily?
Practice it.
Yes, I like that, okay. But why I say practice daily?
Because it's a progressive path.
Yes, it is a progressive thing. It's every day is not going to be the same. Yesterday you may have a desire, you may be feeling it. The next day you might not be feeling it. But you still have to practice. You have to practice the super trait. Even if you're not feeling it, you have to practice daily. And of course, daily progression means proficiency, right? So, and then we use this in the Marine Corps. Improvise, adapt, and overcome. What does that mean?
Be ready for change.
Yes. Life is too dynamic. Nothing stays the same. Remember what my coach said? Nothing stays the same. It gets better or it gets worse. And you have to improvise and adapt to the situation and then overcome it. And that's almost daily too. You almost have to improvise and adapt because things change. Schedules change, people change, jobs change, things change. Right? So, now that you know the super traits, the super trait, and you know the if you'll do to make on your road to progression, we're going to do a wrap up. Selfless service. What is selfless service?
Considering others.
Serving
Serve
everyone.
others.
Serving
Serve
everyone.
Your success lies in their success.
Where did your team go? Where's your team?
First.
First. What's the underlying motif?
What drives you?
What drives you?
Yeah. What is the philosophy of proficiency?
What is your strategy?
Being average.
Yes,
Learning
another.
your craft.
All those
Like
good.
football.
Know your craft, all those. Exemplary example, what is that about?
Walk the talk, walk the walk, walk the talk.
Off the top.
What is the common thread through all of that?
Talking and walking.
Oh, communication.
Communication.
Oh,
Communication.
I'm sorry.
Communication is the common thread through that. Communication. Is it just me and you?
No.
Everyone. Relationships rule. This should be first, right?
Yeah, but it
Yes.
can't be.
That's my acronym, right?
Yeah.
But why I'm saying it should be first?
Because the relationships rule all the other.
It rules all of it.
There you go.
And how do you build relationships? Showing you care. How else? 100. That's right. That's it. So the progression path is what? What do you have to do first in the progression path?
Think.
You have to think. What's next?
Have.
Feel. What's next?
Do.
I like it. Okay, now that you know all of that, I'm going to offer you this challenge. For the next 90 days, for that super trait that you wrote down, I want you to practice that super trait and go through think, feel, do for the next 90 days. And at the end of the 90 days, I want you to go to the self-assessment at the beginning and mark the second column if you're doing all those things in the self-assessment. So you have 90 days to improve upon that one super trait. Not all 5, 1. And why am I saying 90 days?
It takes 90 days.
Yeah, I know you've probably heard it takes 20 to 30 days to break or change a habit. I know you kind of heard that probably. But we're not trying to change a habit. We're trying to build something proficient, right? This takes a progressive thing. 90 days will solidify with what you're trying to do. We're trying to build a culture of effectiveness, leadership, and communication with our team. This takes time. It doesn't take 20 or 30 days. This takes time. You're working on one super trait for 90 days. That's my challenge. Are you super enough to do that challenge?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Any questions? Any at all?
Do you have any of your books here for study?
No, I don't.
What was like, what was one of your hardest like challenges as far as like your super traits for you to overcome? Like which one was the toughest for you?
That's a good question. Probably serve everyone. That's a hard. I mean, that is, if it were easy, everybody would be super leaders, right?
Right.
Probably mine is serve everyone. I have a service mentality because I always want to serve. But everyone, sometimes I don't want to serve the C plan.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's hard. It takes work. That takes time. That takes something within you to serve C plan. Serve someone who's uninspired. Serve, it takes work. But if I want to be a super leader, I have to work on the things that make me weak. And that one is a underlying motif works for me. Because I'm always trying to do what's right. I get in more trouble. I got in more trouble as a kid because I want to do what's right. You know what I mean? I'm supposed to do this, but Dad, I got in more trouble as a kid because I believe in that. I believe in that. So underlying motif, easy for me. Philosophy of proficiency, easy for me because I'm a lifetime learner. So I'm always going to be learning my craft and reading and getting better and improved. That was easy for me. Exemplary example, that was probably a tough one too. Because I always want to walk the walk and talk the talk. So I always want to try to show it an example of what should be done even with my dog. You know, so always, and even on a job, and that's hard when you're not being treated well or blah, blah, you have not a good manager, all that. It's hard. Those things are hard. This is not easy. This is not easy. That's why it has to be done daily, and it has to be practiced. It's a practice. You have to do it. And then relationships are easy for me to do. I have the kind of personality that draws people, so that was easy. So serve everyone like a C player. That was tough. Yes.
So what would be your suggestion for the C players as far as to develop them in situations where they're not open to tell you exactly what their feel that their deficiencies are?
Yeah, that's a good question. As leaders, remember the creativity thing, the 9 dots? As leaders, you're gonna have to think outside the box. And you're gonna have to sit, I'm just making a metaphor, you have to sit with that person at the lunch when you knowing something is different. You're gonna have to really get in there and get your hands dirty.
What if you do that and you still don't have, I mean, there's still a wall that you, what happened? That's a great question.
I think it's even more indicative even in our environment, like, you know, when the growth opportunities aren't as vast. So how do you motivate someone? Because it may be that they just feel like that it's not, you know, a chance for them to do so. When you don't have an incentive, let me put it like that. When you don't have an incentive, how do you motivate?
Yeah. How about yeah.
It's not always
No, I know
about
what you mean.
No, it's not always about a paycheck. No.
No, that's good. You're gonna have to find, maybe that person's not good in that position, or they don't like that position, or they'd rather be doing something else that they have a passion about, or, you know what I'm saying? So you just, as a leader, you're gonna have to expand and go outside the box and think it out. I mean, I couldn't tell you without knowing the situation and knowing the person. It's just, you're gonna have to really use your creative thinking to try to solve the problem. But it is a solution. There's always a solution. That I believe. There's always a solution. You're just gonna have to find it.
Do you see leaders moving from segregate style to participant style, and what's kind of the resistance that you see is going on?
What was the first part?
Do you see leaders moving from being segregate to participant?
Yes, that's a good thing for a person. That's a personal thing. Does that person really want to do that? You know what I mean? If they don't, you can give them all the books and seminars. If they don't want to move from there to there, they're not going to move from there to there. I consulted with a company before. I mediated between 2 leaders. One was a leader who had been there for 30 years. And then one was a new leader. He had just got graduated from college, and he was dating the owner's daughter, right? And so they brought me in to mediate because the company initiatives were in play. And so one was saying, he's not listening, we've already done it this way, and the other one was saying, we can do it better this way. And so to those 2 leaders, I had to negotiate between it. Took 6 weeks. It took 6 weeks to negotiate a come-togetherness, you know, of how they should be taking on the task or leading or whatever, the team. It took 6 weeks. Ultimately, they got rid of the person who would not change. That was real life what happened. They got rid of the person who would not change. So it's a hard thing, but that person has to want to do that. They have to want to do that. Any other questions? Any other? Okay, I will leave you with this. Picture a campfire that is smoldering. All the elements are there for a flame, but it needs a little help to get the fire going, to get it sparked, to get it roaring. That's you and I. Set up the atmosphere with super leadership traits and think, feel, do to get the fire that's already inside of you roaring. Whatever you want to do in life, go get it. It's already yours. Thank you.
Evaluation.
Oh, yeah, the evaluation.
Yes. On the back of in the booklet, there's the evaluation form. Please fill that out for me. It's for my improvements. I always have to include it. It's for my improvement. Please fill it out, just snatch it off the back and give it to me. You keep the other part because you're gonna work on your 90-day improvement, right?
Yes.
Okay.